Hey guys, what's up? It's Drew here, and today we're going to be talking about faction rallies. In the TWAB, Bungie mentioned that they would be returning next week with a bunch of changes. One of them being that you can only pledge to one faction account-wide per rally. This makes choosing a faction for each rally a much more meaningful choice, and especially since there are better rewards than ever, it makes it far more impactful. Of course, there are many reasons to choose a faction. Perhaps there's a shader you really like, or armor design, or maybe you just need that masterwork on your favorite weapon. I totally respect that. However, in this video, we're going to be determining which faction offers the most impactful, game-changing rewards. Of course, for the first faction rally of Season 3, Warmind. Starting with Dead Orbit, you have the chance to obtain the Agam hand cannon and yellow sniper, and if they win, the Basilic shotgun. Aside from that, you can get the Eye of Another World ornament and the Graviton Lance Masterwork. The Agamid is a high-impact 110 RPM hand cannon that, with its perk options, is expected to have a best range combination of 64 and best stability of 38. These stats are comparable to one of the best legendary high-impact hand cannons, the Criminal's Dagger, and even exceeds its 98 recoil direction with Agamid's 100 recoil direction. This isn't the main attractive feature about the weapon though. The thing that'll probably catch your eye most is that it has Rampage. Now, in the interest of time, we're only going to be looking at one Rampage stack and its capability because that is the most common scenario. One Rampage stack allows you to 2-crit one body any Resilience Guardian, which normally on these hand cannons stops after 3 Resilience. I don't think Rampage is as impactful or useful as it is on some other hand cannon archetypes, but with some good stats already, it's hard to refuse. The Anyella is a rapid-fire 140 RPM sniper rifle. It has 43 range, which is the highest in its class, 44 stability, which is also top tier, 74 handling, which is the highest in its class, and 73 aim assist, which again is still top tier. It has a short zoom scope that slightly increases range and handling, as well as opening shot, which means if you're going for the headshot, you're going to get increased bullet magnetism to get more likeliness of hitting. The sniper definitely has some great stats and as a result some good potential, but even with its good handling and the increase that the short zoom scope provides it in handling, the omission of quick draw or snapshot might be a deal breaker to most sniper players. The Basilic is a high rate of fire shotgun similar to the Perfect Paradox, Hawthorns, or Badlands shotgun, and you'll be able to obtain this if Dead Orbit wins. With its stat bonuses from rifled barrel and accurized rounds, it's expected to have a total of 56 range, with range being the most important stat on a shotgun, and this not being as good as Badlands or Hawthorns, it immediately makes it irrelevant to me. Finally, we have Graviton Lance's Masterwork. This is going to give plus 20 range and plus 15 aim assist through a perk called Hidden Hand. Considering that the Crimson got a plus 20 range from its Masterwork and got an increase of about 3, maybe 4 meters of optimal range, we can expect the same on Graviton Lance. The catch here is that the main damage dealing shot, the second shot on Graviton Lance, does not receive damage drop-off, making this range increase far less valuable and only really affecting the accuracy, aka aim assist, and its overall reliability to hit shots at more extended ranges. The increased range coupled with the increased aim assist basically means you're going to just get more reliable shot registration, especially for the second shot in the burst, most noticeably at extended ranges, maybe pushing into scout rifle range. As it stands currently, at more extended ranges where a scout rifle would excel, the Graviton Lance has a much more difficult job hitting headshots repeatedly because the second shot won't land directly where the first shot does. So this Masterwork essentially is just going to help it hit more shots at range. Honestly, although nice, and I'm sure it will help, really not that big of a difference in my opinion whether you have the Masterwork or not. Moving on to future War Call, you'll get the opportunity to get the Magnum Shepherd Pulse Rifle, the Pit Rocket Launcher, or if they win, the Vision Sidearm. You can also get the Knucklehead Radar Ornament and the Sunshot Masterwork. The Magnum Shepherd is a 390 RPM pulse with 50 range and 51 stability. In the interest of time, we're only going to be going over the core most important stats, which overall this weapon has mediocre stats. Its only key standout perk is High Impact Reserve, which is nice, but not enough to redeem kind of mediocre stats. So I would dismiss this weapon. The Pit Launcher is a rocket launcher which seems to have high velocity potential, but honestly rockets for the Crucible I think are somewhat pointless to compare. And it doesn't have cluster bombs, which means it's instantly not being used in PvE, so again, dismiss this weapon. The Vision is a burst sidearm that you can get if FWC wins. Yes, a burst sidearm. And guess what? It has 37 range, but has also far point, which increases range greatly, and accurized rounds, which also increases range a fair amount. and 82 stability to go along with that. But that's not the thing that's going to get you. This thing's got Kill Clip, a combo that I never thought and maybe should never really exist. A super fast time to kill with Kill Clip to make it even faster. I can assure you that this weapon will be absolute meta, especially on console. Because first of all, it doesn't even have bad stats, and for whatever it lacks, it doesn't matter because it has Kill Clip. When looking at the potential of Kill Clip though, we can't look at the optimal time to kill. Reason being is because the way sidearm recoil works, it requires you to hip fire in order to get an optimal time to kill, because the burst will separate the bottom first shot from the last two shots in a way that when your ADS does not allow you to get the optimal time to kill. The only weapon that can do this is Traveler's Judgment because of Headseeker. So again, unless you hipfire, you will not be able to get the optimal time to kill, and hipfire is of course less reliable. With Kill Clip active though, it changes the body shot damage to what you'd normally be hitting for headshot damage, which means your body shot time to kill becomes your optimal time to kill, which will be 0.8 seconds. And if you do hit headshots and you do manage to get an optimal time to kill, you can expect it to be faster than this, which is appalling. Lastly, from Future War Call, you can get the Sunshot Masterwork. And let's dive into this a little bit. The current highest range hand cannon right now is Jack Queen King with 50 range plus ricochet rounds, which serves as rangefinder. Jack Queen King starts getting damage drop off at 32 meters, whereas the Sunshot begins experiencing damage drop off at 28 meters with its base 47 range plus explosive rounds. Even over range at 42 meters, the Sunshot does less damage with explosive rounds than Jack Queen King. Sunshot's Masterwork will provide it with plus 30 range and plus 20 stability. This will give it a range total of 77 range and a stability total of 70. Again, going off the rule of Crimson's range boost, getting a boost of 20 range and seeing a boost of 3 to 4 meters of optimal range, we can expect maybe 5 to 6 meters of optimal range increase from a plus 30 range boost to total out at 33 meters of optimal range. 77 range with explosive rounds will undoubtedly be the best range on a hand cannon in the game. Not only will it maintain damage over range really well, but it's going to get a lot better accuracy, aim assist, and shot registration at more further ranges. So to reiterate, because you're getting a heavy boost to range, you also get a boost to aim assist since the stats are tied together, so better shot registration and more stickiness at range. That's only one part of the Masterwork. The Sunshot is also going to get plus 20 stability for a total of 70 stability, and that's only 7 points off of the 77 stability of the Dire Promise, one of the, if not the most stable hand cannons in the game. So with the Masterwork upgrade, this weapon's going to get crazy good stats in two of the most valuable stat areas. Not to mention, that's in addition to what it already does well, which is super high handling and great reload speeds. Finally, for New Monarchy, you can get the Bite-and-Hinder SMG, the Jian 7 rifle, or the Broadsword launcher should they win. You can also get the Crest of Alpha Loopy ornament and the Sweet Business Masterwork. The Bite-and-Hinder appears to be a 600 RPM kinetic SMG without better stats or perks than the Antiope, which instantly makes it irrelevant. The Jian 7 rifle has good recoil direction and ricochet rounds, but terrible stability, but even with the highlights of ricochet rounds and good recoil direction, it's still not overall better than the inaugural address, which again makes it pretty irrelevant. For the Broadsword launcher, wow, I really can't believe that there's a rocket launcher as a reward that doesn't have cluster bombs, so it won't even be looked at in PvE. So although I'm sure you can find something good about it, compared to a Kill Clip burst sidearm, this thing's got nothing. Finally, we have the Sweet Business Masterwork, which sounds like the perk Unflinching. You get less flinch when the weapon's fully spun up, which is nice, it's cool, but I don't think it's super impactful, or at least as valuable as the other two Masterworks here. So my pick for weapons that you can grab is Dead Orbit. They seem to have the best weapons you can get simply from ranking up. The Sniper and the Hand Cannon are the only two weapons with any sort of potential, anything new brought to the table, or even worth looking at. As far as the best winning reward, that's got to be the Vision, which is the Burst Kill Clip sidearm from FWC, and I don't think I need to explain why. As far as Masterwork goes, I think Sunshot is the most impactful Masterwork. The Graviton Lance Masterwork is nice, but I don't think you're going to see any sort of game-altering, incredibly different experience with it. It's going to make what's already a great weapon just a little bit more reliable, especially farther out at long range. The Sunshot Masterwork, though, will give you that game-altering experience, I think. Incredible, insane range, the ability to still flinch your targets because of explosive rounds and maintain your damage, which is already present, and just crazy good stability makes this a really good hand cannon and can cause it to perform quite well. The archetype of the Sunshot is what most would consider to be the most favorable archetype, being the fastest time to kill out of the 140s and 150s, and being the most forgiving overall. Pair that with incredibly easy to control recoil and the ability to map people, and well, we might have a pretty good weapon on our hands. Sweet Business, like I said, is cool, and if you like the gun, go for it, but I feel like it's the least valuable of these three Masterworks. But overall, I gotta give this one to FWC for the Sunshot Masterwork. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the best things to obtain and the most impactful things out of the faction rally. Personally, I think FWC is the best to be going for, although there is good reason to go for Dead Orbit as well. New Monarchy, I mean, I guess has got the cosmetic game going for them. I'd love to hear who you guys are going for in the comments below, and of course, we still have our emblem giveaway going on until the 15th of next month, so leave your Battle.net, leave your Xbox Live or PlayStation Network gamer tag in the comments below, along with who you'll be going for in the faction rally. And of course, if you aren't subscribed and don't have notifications on already, be sure to turn those on as well. As always, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. It's been Drew here, and I'll catch you guys later.